Is it worth visiting San Diego in the summer of 2021? Find out next on Jaycation. What's up, Jaycationers? Welcome back to another video here in the San Diego series. Today I am joined with special guest. This is Christine. What's up? Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Christine with Where in the World is CL, and I am on YouTube and Instagram at Christine Lozada.
Yeah, and you're gonna see it in the description box below. And today we are gonna talk about, is it worth visiting San Diego in the summer of 2021?
Yes, and it is. Spoiler alert, it is.
And yeah, Christine is actually from San Diego. What part of San Diego are you from?
I grew up in La Costa, which is in North County, San Diego.
And you do YouTube stuff all around the world. I've seen your Tulum stuff lately. What else do you have?
I've been in Tulum. I've been as far as Ethiopia in January of 2021. I was in Zanzibar. I've been all over Florida, but I've been to a lot of places over the last 12 months.
And you come home a lot, so...
I do. I've been to San Diego at least a half dozen times since the pandemic had started. So I've been traveling back and forth since June of 2020.
So we're gonna pick her brain a little bit about travel to San Diego, tell you if it's worth coming in by plane, and just talk about San Diego being in the orange tier. So make sure to subscribe to her channel, subscribe to Jaycation. Please like, it really helps distribute this throughout YouTube. And we're just gonna go around Seaport Village and Barcadero area talking about, is it really worth visiting San Diego in the summer of 2021?
Let's do it.
All right, Jaycationers, so let me know, are you planning to visit San Diego in the summer of 2021? What are you looking forward to the most? You have any questions or concerns? Comment below, let me know, maybe we can talk about it. I also have a Facebook group called It's Always Sunny in San Diego, where I have a community of 1,000 exuberant members that like to talk about travel tips, food recommendations, and everything about San Diego. So San Diego is actually supposed to hit the yellow tier, which is the less restrictive tier. San Francisco and LA have actually already moved on to it, and for some reason our numbers are a little different than San Francisco and LA, even though in the pandemic we were actually doing a little better. So who knows? Hopefully by May 19th we'll be in the yellow tier, and by the middle of June the tier system will be gone altogether. Right now at Petco Park they can have up to 14,006 fans, which is a 33% capacity. Now if you go to a game in LA or San Francisco, they can have 67% capacity. In LA, for them, that's 37,520 people. I don't know how much it is in San Diego. I'd say it's right around 23,000, maybe 22,000 for 67% capacity. So home field advantage definitely goes to LA and San Francisco when it comes to numbers of fans at the games. Now, I did go to a Padres-Dodger game here a few weeks back with my Auden Clark, and there were a couple of red flags that I saw there. Not red flags, but concerns. We bought our tickets through StubHub, and there was no mention that we were sitting in a vaccinated area. Luckily, we were vaccinated and we had proof of our vaccinations. We had to wear a wristband to sit in these vaccinated sections, but unfortunately, there's not enough ushers to cover and take note of people that are sitting in these areas, because there were people that were not assigned these seats and didn't have wristbands that were sitting in the vaccinated area. It really wasn't as socially distant over at Petco Park, especially during the Dodgers-Padres series. And then when I went up to LA, to Dodger Stadium, they did an amazing job distancing people from their seats, and it was just a real safer experience in Dodger Stadium. I hope that changes over at Petco Park, because it's a great time over there and I want to see my Padres win games. That's kind of what I experienced over at Petco Park. If you're going to StubHub, beware, make sure that this ticket is not in a vaccinated section, because they will not let you know, and then you're gonna go there to your surprise and be like, what? Hopefully you're either vaccinated or you sit in a section where it's a non-vaccinated section. So currently in San Diego, 35.4% of the people are vaccinated as of May 6th, 2021. So for COVID cases in San Diego, it is 2.2% for every 100,000 residents versus LA that only has 0.7%. And that's why LA is onto the yellow tier. San Diego is still unfortunately in orange, but you know, it's still an open tier, just more restrictions. So hopefully by June 15th, Governor Gavin Newsom will reopen the economy and retire that tier system altogether. No more restrictions. You might still have to wear your mask. and still like keep social distancing indoors and whatnot, but the capacities and everything will go back to normal, and you can go back to your theme parks, go back to your gyms, go back to your movies and enjoy it like you used to, only probably with masks on when you're not eating or drinking. Now let's go back to Seaport Village, where I hung out with my friend Christine Lozada, who has been traveling back and forth to San Diego to hear about her experiences. If you guys are finding value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps distribute it throughout YouTube. Subscribe to Christine's channel, subscribe to Jaycation. Now back to, is it worth visiting San Diego in summer of 2021?
I would say there's a couple of reasons why it absolutely is. The first is how safe it feels traveling to San Diego, both from a standpoint of when you come in, you know that this city is ready to both protect the people who live here as well as tourists. Not only do they have the protocols in place around social distancing and different mandates, but it feels like as I'm traveling through here, it is one of the safest destinations that I have been to during the pandemic. And the other reason why is because San Diego is such a phenomenal outdoor destination. Yep. There's so many things that you can do outdoors versus other cities I've traveled to. You mainly want to be indoors, which during this time isn't the right way, in some people's opinion, for me to use my time. So being able to spend time outdoors in San Diego makes it a really great destination to travel to right now.
I agree with you. With San Diego being in this orange tier we were talking about, case rates are really low here. So as long as you're following the protocols that everybody else that's local here is following, we'll be fine. So according to statistics, the East Coast, like New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and all those areas are getting their vaccinations a lot faster, so the population is getting vaccinated at a quicker rate, and we're just a little behind here for some reason. So for those of you that want to go to the world famous San Diego Zoo or Safari Park, there are now no out-of-state restrictions. Now you can go to the zoo and to the safari park, but you still gotta maintain social distancing and a face covering, but it is almost back to normal at the zoos. So don't worry about it this summer. Just bring your sunscreen, bring your sanitizer, and just make sure you have a good time and stay distant from people. Now for a theme park like Legoland, you do have to make reservations, so go on their website and check out all the details there. So just a few weeks ago, I was over at the Portside Pier and I saw fireworks from SeaWorld. SeaWorld is actually starting up their fireworks again, so if you go on their website, you can see where their fireworks are at. And I also think that you can go to SeaWorld now at a limited capacity, so things are starting to get back to normal there. I'm not sure about the rides yet, but SeaWorld's getting there. So for Balboa Park, you will see some museums more open than others. You got indoor and outdoor access now. Indoor is a little bit of a less capacity, but some museums are only open like maybe 3 days a week, but I think even in normal times, they're only open that many days a week. So you might want to just go to the Balboa Park website and see if the museum that you want to visit is open on the day that you're there. Now for the beach, man, I've been going to the beach during the pandemic and throughout. You know, you're outdoors, you can stay away from people, and yeah, the beach is just so beautiful here in the summer. But like I said, May gray, June gloom, beware. I mean, today's not the most beautiful day. Even though my Facebook group is called It's Always Sunny in San Diego, well, it's kind of cloudy today because we're approaching May, and you know about the May gray.
True, true.
May, June, don't expect it to be sunny all the time because this marine layer, sometimes it doesn't lift.
But it's always great in San Diego relative to so many of the other places I've been to. I've been to Zanzibar, I've been to Ethiopia, I've been to Mexico. San Diego has always been the place that I have continued to travel back to during this time for the outdoor destination, and because I feel the most safe here.
How many times have you been back to San Diego since the pandemic?
More than half a dozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your airport experience coming into San Diego?
That's actually an interesting one because you can see now, and what's interesting is you can go to the TSA.gov website and see the numbers, but there are still so few people traveling right now. But one thing that's awesome about San Diego Airport is they do a lot in terms of protocols for keeping people safe, social distancing at the airport. I will say that one thing to know is that it's very empty, and a lot of the food and eateries and stuff within the airport won't necessarily be open.
They're closed.
Yeah.
Like maybe Phil's Barbecue won't necessarily
right?
be open, right?
But it also means that as you're traveling in, it is getting more busy now, but still significantly down from normal numbers. It doesn't feel that busy. It doesn't feel that busy.
Nice. Okay. That's good to know. So you come to San Diego, here's your expert because she's come down here a couple dozen times. So
San Diego.
it's home for you. As for restaurants in the orange tier here in San Diego, they can have up to 50% capacity indoors or up to 200 people, whichever number is less. Restaurants, they're back to indoor dining, and I've been doing some indoor dining here in San Diego, Las Vegas, Arizona. It was weird at first, but now we're back to it. Also, live entertainment is back at these restaurants and these venues. So that's a great thing to hear. People can start performing their gigs and start making a little bit more money on the side. Along with gyms opening up outdoors, they can actually open up indoors now at 25% under the orange tier. The pools are actually starting to open up too. The only things that can't be open right now are the saunas and the steam rooms, and that obviously makes sense because it's an enclosed space and you can be breathing other people's air. Movie theaters are also back at 50% capacity, so people are slowly starting to come back to movie theaters, but I think by the summer, people will be back in these movie seats eating popcorn and enjoying their favorite movie and their favorite actors and actresses. So as you can see, hotels are open. We're staying here at the Spring Hill Suites in Mission Valley in San Diego, one of the most central hotels in all of San Diego. Really great accessibility to all the freeways. We're right next to the 8 freeway and the 805 right now. Their gym is actually open and they can allow 25% capacity right now at their gym. Hotels are good to go. You just gotta wear masks and follow their protocols while in their properties. Now, the things that are not open or allowed to happen are conventions. Now, Comic-Con unfortunately was canceled for 2021 and they canceled it pretty early on in the year, but they did announce that they're gonna have some form of a Comic-Con event in November here in San Diego, and I have a feeling if things start getting back to normal, that thing might actually be bigger than we think. But we shall see. It's gonna help the economy here in San Diego, and it's gonna help boost up revenues and just help out all the business that have been suffering from missing the last 2 Comic-Cons because of the pandemic. How have you liked outdoor activities with your family? You know, you're from northern San Diego, North County.
Yep.
How do you like hanging out in Torrey Pines and Encinitas?
Oh, it's the best. So my family lives in North County, San Diego, and it's so awesome to spend time outdoors. I think so. One thing about San Diego is if you want to come here and have your safe, socially distanced vacation, absolutely yes, it's so easy. An example would be, so many people come to me asking, hey, if I go to Tulum, Playa del Carmen, can I have my socially distanced outdoor beach vacation? And not really. There are so many tourists there because Mexico is so open. Not to say that San Diego isn't open,
Yeah.
San Diego's open, but it is a place where you can more easily be outdoors. So I'm with my family doing things like playing pickleball, going to the beach, and all of those things are open, socially distanced, and they feel really safe.
And indoor dining now is open up to like 50%.
Yep.
So like indoor dining is happening now here in San Diego.
It is, but what's also awesome, even though it is a May grade day, so many of the places that you can dine at in San Diego have the indoor or outdoor or indoor-outdoor options.
Yep.
Windmill being a really good example of that. You can choose, you have more choice as a traveler on what kind of experience that you want.
Come to San Diego in the summer. That's it. That's all I can say is book your
Come
flight,
to San Diego year round.
do your thing. Yeah, come whenever. It might be better to come, you know, in the fall or something, but yeah, summer for sure. Thanks for your input, Christine, and we're gonna wrap up this video a little later. All right, Jaycationers, so that will do it for this video. And should you visit San Diego in the summer of 2021? Well, the answer is yes. I definitely think you should. Things are starting to open up. Even though we are stuck here in the orange tier for now, we can actually get to the yellow tier, which is a lot less restrictive, by May 19th at the earliest. Probably by June, we'll be out of it. And June 15th, if things go well, the Governor Gavin Newsom of California will lift the tier system all on its own and put it in retirement and just reopen the economy completely, and everything will be back to 100% capacity. You might still have to wear masks, but hey, that's the price we just gotta pay to go visit our favorite cities like San Diego. Anyways guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps distribute it throughout YouTube. Special thanks goes out to Christine Lazada. Where in the world is CL? Give her some love and subscribe. Also guys, I have a Facebook page called It's Always Sunny in San Diego. Make sure to go check that out. We talk about the latest news, happenings and recommendations, whether it's food, travel, or anything else like that. If you want to support Jaycation even further in 2021 and see more cool videos like this, please check out my Patreon. I have different tier levels and offer exclusive content, and your support really just helps Jaycation grow throughout the year. So I really appreciate it, and thank you to my patrons. Thank you to everybody that watches these videos. It really means a lot to me. If you're considering subscribing to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, because I go live once a week here in San Diego, and I have a full library of San Diego videos of food, tips, travel, and everything in between. And I'm still continuing to make more San Diego videos here as we go along in 2021. And if you have any suggestions on videos that you want to see, please let me know in the comment section below. Now we'll see you guys in the next video, and in the words of Ron Burgundy, stay traveling, San Diego.